I mean, why do we have to have these hard defined lines of what relationships are?
Because there is a definition of that, and it's called an open relationship.
No, that's not an open relationship.
Yeah,
that's the pre. This is a stage where we're not actually in a. Okay, you're right. We're not in a relationship. Yeah. All right, whatever.
It's an open
Whatever.
relationship.
No, it's
that
not
has a definition.
It's not an open relationship.
Hey, I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Higher learning.
Yo. And we back.
Yeah. You already know. Once again, we got another bonus episode, I guess, of Higher Learning. It's definitely part of the season one, but it ain't part of the season one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just
to hold you guys over until we get to
what I
season
mean?
2.
But we are definitely getting
we
closer
headed back
there.
out to that Cali.
Yes, shit is coming. It's
Yes,
coming
sir.
together.
Hopefully.
Yeah, unless fucking coronavirus decides to fuck it all up. But like I said, unless California is saying do not come, do not get on a plane, do not pass go, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, I will be out there, definitely.
Say, man, you got a joint?
Oh, wrong button.
I was wondering where this was going. I was wondering where that was going.
Wrong button. All right, so
I was about to say I got a blunt. I don't got a joint.
Let's start with some rules.
All right.
So like I said, we got a new article that had like 17 essential stoner rules that we're going to use for season 2, but there's some other ones that I found off of a list that didn't make it as the featured list. Here's 3 from there. One of them says, if someone spots you some weed, you spot them back when you can. Yeah, that sounds that follows.
Right.
If someone is having a bad experience and is paranoid, remind them everything is okay and they are with friends. The worst thing you can do is tell them that they are overreacting and should calm down, particularly with new stoners. Have you ever had a situation where you was with somebody and they probably didn't smoke as much as the rest of the crew,
right?
And they just necessarily didn't handle it the best way.
Yes,
How did you?
I've had a couple experiences like that, and once I try to reassure you the first 3 times, I ain't doing it again. Goddamn it, you on your own. Hey, bro, we good, bro. I promise you, we good, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Hey, bro, listen, man. I know you tripping and shit, but you good, bro. You feel me? You with me, nigga. You
right.
Nigga, I ain't doing it no more after that. You feel me? I ain't you on your own.
Yeah, one
nigga,
time
I'm going to sleep.
we with this one nigga, right? And obviously we was younger and shit, right? But this motherfucker got so high that he's like, he went home. You know what I'm saying? Like we already had walked him home, right?
Uh-huh.
So we was good. Like we was out of the clear. You know what I'm saying? We was in the clear. And then we hear a nigga knock on the door, maybe like a half an hour later. This nigga done walked back over there talking about something he need help because he can't breathe.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, like, get the fuck away from me. Like, we done already took your ass home.
That sound familiar, like a familiar story, yo. Hold up. Was I there for this?
Nah, you weren't there.
That sound like some shit I experienced.
But I'm
before,
like, we already took you home. Like, we got through this already. And then rule number 3 is if you find some good ass weed, you know what I'm saying, that you should share it with some of your friends. Like, for instance, you find you happen to come across somebody and they got some pack, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And you know that the last couple times you and your homeboy went to the weed man, it wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? You should definitely save a bud, you know what I'm saying, to smoke with a nigga and shit, you know what I'm saying? When you stumble upon the gas, you know what I'm saying, you gotta share that experience.
See, listen, you just gotta be around, goddamn it. Because I'm not saving the bud for no week or 2, goddamn it, till I see. You feel me? If you there, of course we gonna smoke
depending
up.
on what kind of bud it is, I'm one of those types to where, like, I will get gas if I already got some. Like I might already have weed, right? But let's say I stumble upon a certain strain and I ain't been able to get that like that. I'm probably not smoking all of what I got. I'm going to hold on to some of that strain and then go get some more of whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then, so certain ones, yeah, I'll usually save it anyways. Maybe that's why it's different for me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess. But if I'm smoking and if you ain't there, goddamn it, I'm sorry for you. I'll tell you about it.
There's a couple strains right now that if I were to come across a couple jars of that right now, I might smoke a blunt out of it. And then that shit is getting held down until I really want to smoke that strain again, just because I can't find it like that.
If I find that shit, if I got a jar of some shit, I am smoking. Especially if I got a jar, goddamn it. I be smoking off of Ace and this shit. If I got a jar, nigga, I am. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I might smoke blunts back to back.
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Go to the next. Go to the next.
All right, so stoner confession. So there's this one time that I got a half an ounce of bud for $50 from someone who lived with my then baby dad and now fiance. This is a story, obviously, that I'm reading that someone else wrote. Let me just put that out there for the soundbite niggas. You know what I'm saying? The two of us trekked off to a secret spot that we frequently went to downtown to smoke a bowl and fool around where no one liked to where no one was likely to catch us. Anyway, this spot happened to be close to where my mom worked, and we smoked a bowl and had her pick me up at around 10:30, 10:45 p.m. that night. So I got home, and when he went to bed, quite possibly may have been before he went to bed while we were texting, I started playing the lost drinking game, only I had made it into the lost smoking game. My rules were simple. Take a drink was take a hit. Drink your whole drink was smoke a bowl to your face. Take a shot was smoke a whole joint to your face. And for the latter two, I would pause the show to finish the joint bowl before continuing with the game. So I'm assuming that has something to do with the show Lost, and there's a drinking game. For those people out there, I guess, who watched the show Lost and played the drinking game, maybe you guys understand this more than I do. But what I'm getting from it is that there's a game where you're supposed to guess some shit, and if you guess wrong, I guess you take a drink. Okay. She turned it into the same game, except for she was smoking this ounce that she had just got with. It sounded like some nigga she was cheating on her baby daddy anyway. That's what it sounded like in this story and shit, right? So, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I managed to smoke nearly the whole half ounce by like 2 a.m. The next day, we met up and he wanted to walk somewhere and smoke because he was having a stressful day. I told him I didn't have any. He didn't believe I could smoke that much because I used to get horrible asthma attack, blah, 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 blah. So, moral of the story is she was playing the game and she smoked a shit ton of weed. So much so that the next day, homeboy thought that she was going to have some left. She didn't.
Oh, shit.
How much weed have you and your homeboy smoked in a day?
Well, shit, just us two.
Yeah,
we done smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah,
and going back to the motherfucking struggle days.
Right.
Those I think we smoked the most back then.
Right.
Like when we ain't had shit, we always found ways to smoke. But the most I think in one sitting, I probably smoked an ounce and a half.
Right. And that sounds about fair, right? Because I know that other than when we be doing a show, I know back in the day, there's this one point in time where me and Wiggs was working on like a mixtape or some shit. We was working on some shit musically, right? Yeah. And that's when the studio was at one of my other homeboys' house, and we had kind of stayed over there and locked ourselves in the studio for like a week or two, maybe like almost like 2 weeks and shit, right? Literally only leaving to go like get food or get blunts or different shit like that from the store, coming back there, sleeping there, whole nine and shit or whatever, right? So when we was grabbing up weed, we was smoking so much that every time we called the weed man, we was getting like an ounce, like a piece.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
crazy.
Just like as like that was the bag that we were smoking out of.
Right.
And we was just sitting there, mind you, there was mad niggas coming to the studio, mad bitches coming to the studio. So of course, there's a lot of blunts that are being smoked that we can't really like attest to, like just but yeah, we was smoking through ounces like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I already know, man.
And it was just crazy. You already know how Wig smokes, so yeah. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, like I said, the only times that we were leaving was, if we weren't going to get blunts, it was going to get some food and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, we kept some shit in like the little refrigerator they had in the studio. But of course, whenever you smoke a lot of weed, you get the munchies. Right. And I always wondered why niggas got the munchies. So I started to do some research and came upon some shit that explained it well to me, but I didn't know that there was a lot more science to it than it just being like a, hey, weed gives you the munchies thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always just accepted that as something simple, but I never thought of why. You know what I'm saying?
This is higher learning.
All right, so basically, there's certain compounds that are found in cannabis, especially THC and some of the other compounds that stimulate appetite. But part of it is because of your cannabinoid receptors, CB1 and CB2, which are found along the nervous and immune systems. And these receptors play a key role in human metabolism, nutrient transport, and appetite. So, basically, the THC stimulates these receptors and causes your brain to think that you are hungry in more of a hypersensitive state. So there are ways for you to kind of trick your taste receptors into thinking that you satisfied this hunger if you wanted to avoid getting the munchies every time you smoke. One of those is drinking tea. You know what I'm saying? Peppermint tea and things of that nature suppress hunger naturally, right? So if you drink that during a smoke session, it will relieve you from having the munchies. Something else that I thought was crazy was brushing your teeth. Once again, the mintiness of the toothpaste and just part of what happens to your taste buds when you brush your teeth will also trick your taste receptors into thinking that you're satisfying this false sense of hunger that the THC is making your brain think you're having because of the CB1 receptors. And of course, chocolate tea is...
Chocolate tea?
Yeah, they put chocolate tea in there as an option, saying that the flavor profile, along with the idea that tea already suppresses hunger, would kick your, will trick your brain even more, thinking that you've eaten sweets or whatever. Right. But I
don't know if that one would work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I can't even imagine what chocolate tea would taste like.
A bunch of Hershey.
Now, when it comes to indicas versus sativas, it says here that indicas possibly cause munchies at a higher rate than the sativas do, just because indicas generally are known to be stronger strains than sativas. They're basically because of the THC content. Typically, indica strains are of a higher THC content on an average. Most of the indica dominant hybrid strains that niggas get, like, the designer weed, most of all these designer weeds are all hybrids of both types, you know what I'm saying? So you're never really finding a hybrid that's of a pure indica or a pure sativa. So yeah, but typically when it goes back to the original, indica and sativa strains, you know what I'm saying, that indica dominant strains technically would give you the munchies a lot faster or a lot more intense than a sativa strain.
Well, now that makes sense why indicas is more likely to give you a body high, because since it's stronger than most sativas.
And whereas the sativas give you more of a cerebral high. Yeah.
Makes sense. And you're able to function more off of sativas and stuff like that.
Right.
Makes sense. So, you learning something new every day.
Hell yeah. So, we might as well just roll up and catch this vibe, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to try, we're going to fuck with that Snowman when we get back on Higher Learning. This is, I Guess I'll Smoke, Futuristic, featuring Dizzy Wright.
Say, man, you got a joint?
No, not on me, man.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
All right, so Trey is about to spark up some of this Snowman by Cookie strain. This is a indica dominant.
This would be the perfect time where the lighter runs out, right?
This is a
indica. We need rules for lighters. It needs to be a rule for a lighter.
Well, here's one right here.
Okay.
I mean, that one's funny acting though. But this is a indica dominant hybrid. It's saying it's an 80-20. It was created by crossing Bubba Kush with Fire OG and Girl Scout cookies. A lot of the cookie strains have GSC as one of their part of their parent strains, but this is one of those triple hybrids. This is a heavy hitter right here. You know what I'm saying? This shit definitely had me stuck.
Sleep like a motherfucker all day.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But this shit is frosty, you know what I'm saying? It has a earthy kind of you know what I'm saying, taste to it. That shit smokes, you know what I'm saying? Like when I be saying like, yo, this shit be smoking, that shit smokes, you know what I'm saying? Like when you puff it, it definitely hits you. You know you smoking some gas, you know what I'm saying? There's some weed that like tastes, it has a great sweet taste to it, right? But it doesn't hit you as hard as some of them do. This is definitely a hard hitting joint without being a harsh hitting joint. Definitely has a strong smell to it when it's lit, has a strong smell to it when you're breaking it up. I would consider it a spicy joint. Like would that be an accurate description? Spice when it comes to like the...
See, first of all, I don't want to put spice.
Okay, right.
First of all. But, yeah, I guess you could say that.
Like it's strong and sharp.
Pause,
it's profound.
no.
Profound.
It hits the back of your throat.
Yeah, it's a profound smell.
Yeah.
I was trying not to say anything about the back of my throat. I was trying to...
Well, shit, you can't say spicy neither these days.
Right.
So, shit.
Right.
I'll go with the back of the throat. No homo.
All right. This shit is clocking in at about 26.5% THC, but some of these some of the cuts can go up to an average of about 30%, 26 to 30%. So this is somewhere on the lower spectrum. I can only imagine what some of the 30%ers are like.
Yeah. Especially cultivated out of Cali or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, this is cultivated out of DC. So.
Yeah, so we were able to stumble upon this through one of Trey's curators in the DC area, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what we just go call it.
Yeah.
Curator. Shout out to my curator.
You know what I'm saying? The curator don't get enough love sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the curator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's where it's at. So high thought. What is a movie that everybody loves? Like everybody likes this movie,
Black
but
and
you
white?
happen to hate it.
Oh.
Like the one movie, like when you would like you've never been able to understand why niggas like this movie.
Good question.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's not even that. Maybe you like the movie, but you
it's
don't
not
think
like
the movie is like
everybody else,
the
right.
way everybody
Okay.
else carries it. You know what I'm saying?
I might have a couple of those.
All right.
I have more so shows, if anything.
Okay, we can open this up to shows. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start with the first show is this Shy. I'm gonna start with that. All right.
Oh shit!
All
Here
right.
we go. Meanwhile, the Shy is one of my shots right there.
I know, and that's why I know this one hurt. But I only watched. All right, fair. I only watched one episode.
Okay.
But watching that one episode, I got fake. I was steaming. Yes, I was. That's a rule. I was getting fake Wire vibes.
Fake Wire vibes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't watch enough of it.
I guess not.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's on my list. Movies.
Well, no, because see, you one of them niggas. So let me tell you this. So you watched one episode of The Shy. What season?
Recent episode.
Recent. So you watch one. You can't. That's one of those shows where you can't watch one recent episode of that show and then make your decision on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you was a nigga who watched it from the beginning, there's some niggas who, of course, they ain't fucking with it right now because two of the main characters got killed. You know what I'm saying? In the show, but like, well, one of them got killed off because he didn't want to play part of the role that they had him getting ready to have to play or whatever.
Okay.
And the other nigga, they killed him off because apparently he was on the sexual harassment shit, like on behind the scenes and shit.
Oh, fuck.
On the show. So they had to kill him off. But he was one of the hearts and souls of the show, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I fucks with it. You know what I'm saying? I guess because I was more invested in the younger characters anyways. So watching the little young crew of the 3 kids and 3 boys or whatever, seeing them, growing up and hitting that teenager stage right now where they're able to do more with their characters. I was really more invested in that storyline than I guess in the adults anyways. So for me, I guess I didn't. It didn't really bother me that much that they killed off those 2 characters.
You was gonna like it regardless anyway.
Well, just because I was invested in the younger characters. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But all right, back to the question. All right, movies. I would have to say any Tyler Perry movie. Just pick one. Just pick one. Yeah. Some of them is bearable to me, but most of them I just be like, what the fuck?
Some of the earlier Tyler Perry movies were a lot better, and for me, some of them were even good. Some of them, I'm going to just say they're a lot better because I would consider them good, but that's because I'm comparing them to everything since then. Right. But it's all because Tyler Perry just can't write every role for everything for all of his shows. Exactly. Or they're never going to hit the same way again.
Right.
And it's not that he's a bad writer. It's just that you just sound like, every person is you. Every person is a different version of you.
Of Tyler Perry.
And we can hear it in there.
In the voice, right.
I'm gonna say The Godfather.
Oh yeah.
And here's the thing, I've seen all the Godfathers, and I understand the obsession with it, but I feel like it was one of those movies that just caught that title, and no other person, I guess, because of Scorsese and because of the actors in it and blah blah blah, wanted to really like speak up against it, and then it just got to live in this GOAT status for so long that going unchallenged, people just naturally feel like they have to say that. But
nah, I
don't think it was that great.
I think it holds a place because it's one of the first movies that depicted the mob the way it did. You get what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things, especially back in the 80s, that niggas was living by based off of that movie.
But you want to know what, too? I can't actually say I'm lying because I can't actually say that I sat down with the purposeful intent of watching The Godfather from the beginning to the end, just straight through.
Okay, Smoker's Confession. I ain't never seen The Godfather, really. Is that bad?
I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all because I don't think it's like that great.
It just don't hit with my generation like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm more of a what's it like another. All right.
So what's the? I'm about to say, what's the Black Godfather then?
Oh. Like that holds that.
Yeah.
We have a couple within our culture.
Which one is it though? Because it got to be one. We can't just be like a couple. What's the one? What is the?
Shit. It's definitely out of Boys in the Hood.
Menace to Society.
Yeah. You got to go down Poetic Justice. You got to go down the line. That's why I said there's a couple of them. You can't just pick. All right, we gotta pick one. We have to pick one. What would be that one? All right, first we're gonna lay out the list. We got Menace to Society, Poetic Justice, Boys in the Hood. Would you throw Belly in there?
Yeah,
I would throw Belly in there.
But see, even though I throw that one in there, this turned me into a situation where right now I'm putting Boys in the Hood versus Menace to Society.
But then you have to throw Belly and Paid in Full in there too.
But is one of those better than Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood?
I think Belly is. I think as far as in the 90s, it represented.
See, Belly was always one of my favorite joints because, like I said, I think you said it in the last episode of It's Not Just Me that we did, like how like Snoop, when he was talking about his list, there was certain feelings connected to it, or like, you know what I'm saying, like from when like how he grew up with this and the third.
Right.
I remember that there was this one like not popular big theater in Baltimore in the city that at the time that Belly came out, for that short window of time before, remember when they banned Belly from the theaters?
Yeah.
Well, there's this short period of time before they banned it from the theaters where a couple theaters had it. The big theaters wasn't going to run it because they was seeing if it was going to get banned or not.
Right.
But some other theaters, like hood joints, they ran it and shit, right?
Right.
And I remember being young as shit, but always being friends with like older friends that had whips and shit like that and shit like that. Boom.
Yeah.
So I got to like go to the little hole, like the little theater or whatever, and see Belly that first weekend before they banned it.
See
and
Belly,
then I had this shit on the bootleg. So like Belly, to me, I watched Belly way more than I watched Boys in the Hood.
Me too. But Boys in the Hood will always be something because it stood for something. You know what I'm saying? It had a message behind it. Belly was just an all-out thug-ass movie. You feel me? That if you a gangster nigga, you gonna love that shit.
Like all my ex-girlfriends hated me for knowing like all the lines. Like they hated me for watching that movie. It's like, Keisha, shut the fuck. Keisha. Yeah.
I don't know no bitch named Keisha. You feel me?
I don't know no fucking Kiana, man.
Yeah, Kiana. But motherfucking
shut the fuck up. Listen.
You would have to throw Baby Boy in there.
Niggas say fuck knowledge. Roll up. Try and get high.
Shit. But it's I don't think
Wise and Lock Kid.
See, this nigga. He having memories and
shit. All right. So would you stay in a relationship with little to no sex? Why or why not?
No, sir. Not happening. Not possible. It won't. Unless you allow me to cheat on you. Plain and simple. For real. It's because... Yeah, that's that. Yeah. Because it's simple as this. Men are emotional creatures, but we are very physical creatures.
Right.
And women are very emotional creatures, but we are more physical than women. There are some women out there that are more physical. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But they work based off of emotion. We work based off of physicality. You know what I'm saying? So with no physicality in a relationship, I'm not being fulfilled. And if I'm not being fulfilled, I'm going to go look for my fulfillment. You get what I'm saying? I might be fulfilled emotionally.
Right.
You might fulfill me emotionally. You might play a role. You might do everything you need to do as my girl or as my wife. But if you're not giving me no sex, I'm going to go find it. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you okay with me going to find it and we still could have a relationship, then all right. But if you don't want to give it up, then I'm going to go find it, plain and simple.
Right. Now, for me, I would have to have a clearer definition of what the relationship is. I'm going to go ahead and say no, because I'm assuming they're talking about regular boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Boom, boom.
Right.
But if I was in a relationship where it's like we're just in the talking, getting to know each other, figuring it out stage, but we have neither one of us made that, commitment at this point in time that we are exclusive, right?
Right.
Then I could possibly be all right with that, depending how much I actually wanted to get with you in the first place.
No.
Because if we not
Listen.
on the exclusive tip yet, then I can still do whatever I want in reality. You know what I mean?
Right. But then that would defeat the purpose. Then that's not considered a relationship, or you with somebody.
Well, why? But why isn't it? I mean, why do we have to have these hard defined lines of what relationships are?
Because there is a definition of that, and it's called an open relationship.
No, that's not an open relationship.
Yeah,
this is a stage where we're not actually in a. Okay, you're right. We're not in a relationship yet. Yeah, all right, whatever.
It's an open relationship.
No, it's
that
not
has a definition.
It's not an open relationship.
It's an open relationship.
It's a before the relationship.
Before
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nowadays, bitches don't even want you to talk to bitches when y'all just talking.
Nah, see but that you have to go into it saying that, listen, this is what's going to happen, unless of course this happens. You know what I'm saying? And boom, you have to go into it with that. You know what I mean? Listen. Not saying that you're gonna be looking for the other bitches to talk to, but the option has to be there if you two haven't said that you're gonna be on some commitment shit. And you can't just meet a chick. Like, this is what happens. What happens is that we be putting the title on shit too fast. I know that the last couple situations I've been in, it'd be like, we fucking with each other, and the next thing you know, all of a sudden we have a title to a relationship off the rip. Like, you don't even know now 3 things you don't fuck with me about yet. You know what I'm saying? and once you figure those out, then you're gonna want to reevaluate the situation.
Right.
So let's just wait until you got a couple things you don't like about me. If you could just tell me all the shit you like about me, and you can't pick 3 things that you don't like yet, we are not ready to be in a relationship yet. Think about that.
3 things you don't like.
Yeah, you need to tell me, you need to know 3 things you don't like about your girl, and know that, can you accept her for those 3 things before y'all get in a relationship?
Fuck no.
You got to.
Because if I find 3 things I don't like, I don't want to be with you.
So if you find out those 3 things anyways, what's gonna happen? You gonna end up breaking up.
Well, shit, that's why I'm single.
See?
That's why I am single.
Oh,
Because
man.
after I find out those 3 things, it is over.
All right, well, I'm about to roll up this Nero's cut of this Runtz, of these Frosties, and then I'm going to catch this vibe from what's this joint called? This joint called Ciabatta. It's from Smino right here on Higher Learning.
Study high, take the test high, get high scores, right?
Right.
All right, so Nero Cutt apparently is there's this artist from the West Coast named Nero, who also happens to be a cultivator. And like I said, sometimes certain people, not just rappers, but just people who are in this cannabis culture, you know what I'm saying, will try to get a signature cut of a strain for themselves, you know what I'm saying? And that's what becomes, you know what I'm saying, their signature strain or whatever, their signature cut. So apparently there's these 2 cuts of weed. One is called Frosties, and this other one is a particular cut of white Runtz. So I happen to got my hands on some of the white Runtz, which, I mean, it smokes pretty much just like most white Runtz, where you'll get the sweetness and the taste from it. This happens to be a stronger on the THC count version of the Runtz that we got from Cookies, or the other Runtz that I think was from Fire Society. I'm not sure. I remember Brian had got one version of white Runtz. We had the Cookies white Runtz. Yeah. This one has the taste and the sweetness of the other white Runtz, but it hits more like an indica. It definitely hits heavier. You know, it has light green, light purple colors, you know what I'm saying? Very fluffy, broken up. I'm really interested in these Frosties, though. These Frosties look like purple as fuck. Look like it's dipped, you know what I'm saying, in crystals and shit. So this is something I'm definitely gonna look out for when it comes to my hit list for season 2. Let me see that later. Now, I got another high thought. What's an invention or like some type of technology or just something, upgrade, whatever, that you wish you could uninvent? You know what I'm saying? And why would you want to get rid of that shit?
Social media.
Oh man, you'd uninvent social media if you could?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we would have more, how can I put it? Unique people.
You realize we'd be talking into space right now if we didn't have social media?
No, not necessarily. Because you could still have outlets without having social media, meaning Facebook or, you feel me?
Yeah, but people found our show through social media.
They could have found it through Apple or something. I'm pretty sure it would have been something else. But I don't know. I remember days. All right. I'm MySpace days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember.
Did you ever have Black Planet?
I did have Black Planet.
Okay.
I had Black Planet first. And then I went to MySpace.
Yeah.
But before that, You feel me? Everything was an in-person thing. You feel me? Like, we just got cell phones. You feel me? Barely knew how to text for real.
Right.
You feel me? So it was a meet-up and let's do this and let's, you feel me? Like, I don't know. Everybody's gotten lazy over the years to me.
See, I wouldn't uninvent the internet, social media, but there is like, I tell you what I would uninvent: the red receipts. I would uninvent those.
Like to see if somebody read your shit or not.
The red receipts and the little 3 dots. The dot dots.
I need them. I need it.
See, so you want to know when somebody read your shit?
Yes.
No, because I don't want them to know when I read their shit. What
you
if
can
I
take
read
it off. You can take yours off.
Yeah, but
I need to see theirs though.
I shouldn't have to go through that. I don't want to see theirs.
Listen, because if I text a bitch and she read my shit. Oh, I know what it is. You feel me? I know what it is. If she don't got the red receipt, it could be anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, she asleep. Oh, no. If you got the red receipt, bitch, you seen that shit. I know you seen it.
I don't want to know.
I do.
And I don't want to see the little dot. I don't want to know that you was typing something and see them little dots going for like 30 whole seconds, right? And then see it stop. Then see the dots go and it be like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you was typing something a lot longer before. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know that. You know what I mean?
I need it because I'm the type of nigga. I go, oh shit! I go check the message to see if you read it or see if I see the 3 dots. If I do, I hurry up and go back. so it don't show you if I read it or not. So motherfucking yeah. I need that though.
All right.
So you need social media, and I need the dots and the red receipts.
Yeah, I don't know why you need them red receipts.
Because I need to know if a bitch fuck with me or not.
I bet you a woman definitely invented those.
It had to be. Or I can't say that. I ain't gonna say that.
Because you would invent that shit.
No,
because you need.
Yeah,
because you need that shit. You would know. You would know.
No.
You want to know.
But,
I want to know.
my tendencies come from it being done to me, which was by a woman. So I don't know.
For me, sometimes I look at a message and I intend to send you a message back. I'm just not going to send it back to you right now. But if I read your message, you know that I read it. And now that I didn't send you no message back, you creating all these reasons why I didn't send it back. And you ain't really thinking that maybe that nigga just busy right this second and he can't really text me back. And because
it done got you in trouble enough.
It has. And this is what I tell them. I'm like, look, they're like, well, you didn't have a couple seconds to just text me back. I'm like, listen, at your job, you probably had a couple seconds to just be on your phone, just texting back. My job, I just didn't have a couple seconds to text you back until later. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden, we got to compare jobs and all this, that, and third. I'm like, listen, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, yeah, you have 5 minutes to just FaceTime. I don't have 5 minutes to just FaceTime. Like, my job is set up a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. You know what I mean?
You gotta learn the game, man.
You know
one time, I got in trouble one time. I was playing basketball. You feel me? I went over to the side real quick, checked my phone, read it real quick. I ain't have time to text back like you said.
Right.
You feel me? Put my phone back, went back to playing basketball. You feel me? Boy, did I get in trouble. You was probably da-da-da. I'm like, yo, I was playing basketball. Right? But, nigga, I need it now. Because the way the world is built, you don't know what your girl doing nowadays. And I need it. I need it. Bitch, you read my shit at 8. I seen it was a meme going around. Like, you read my shit at 4:56. You made a post at 16 minutes ago. It equals for the streets. You feel me? That's what it equals. Yes, sir.
No, it don't, yeah.
Yes, it do.
Some Skittles, I get something to drink, because I got the munchies. I've been smoking dope. I got the munchies.
Smoking dope. Every time I hear that shit.
I got a recipe for some lemon bars. It's quick, it's easy to make, and they'll get you high as shit. And it's perfect for summer because it's a lighter dessert, you know what I'm saying? and you don't really have to, it doesn't take a lot of preparation time. So the ingredients that you're going to need for the actual bar is going to be a cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to need a half a cup of your can of butter, and then a quarter cup of confectioner's sugar. Then for the filling, you need 2 large eggs, room temperature, 1 cup of sugar, or you can use can of sugar if you've learned how to make that, but you can use your regular sugar. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of grated lemon zest. That is the stuff that comes out of the peel of the lemon. And then you're going to use a little bit more confectioner's sugar to sweeten it. In a bowl, you're going to combine the flour, the can of butter, the confectioner's sugar, pat into an ungreased 8-inch square baking pan. Bake it at 350 for 20 minutes. Then for the filling, you're going to beat the eggs, add the sugar, flour, baking powder, lemon juice, and zest. Beat until frothy and pour over the crust. Bake for another 25 minutes longer or until light golden brown. Then you're going to cool it, put it, dust it with some confectioner's sugar, and cut it into bars. And these will give you like a good consistency of the cake with that lemon pudding type of filling. And that's where most of the cannabis action is going to be taking place in the actual cake itself. But instead of having a heavy topping, you have like that lemon filling or whatever. So these are lemon bars.
That's one of my least favorite flavors. Though.
Yeah,
I hate
but you could
flavor.
probably make these same things with a different flavor filling. You know what I'm saying? Like you really just need to bake the actual crust, you know what I'm saying, of it, and pour whatever filling over top of it. Just replace lemon with do it like with cherry or blueberry or whatever you want to do.
You just named the nastiest flavors. It said cherry, blueberry. I hate both of them.
You hate cherry and blueberry?
Yes, and lemon.
What the fuck?
I like peach, mango, pineapple.
Yeah, I like mango too.
Yeah.
Pineapple, I don't know. Maybe pineapple bars? That could work.
It might, yeah.
All right. Pineapple upside down cake. Now you can make that with the fucking with THC, but I mean that's just regular.
Now,
make pineapple upside down cake and switch out the can of butter.
I was talking to one of my friends, and he was saying how he make edibles, and he strains his weed or the THC out of his weed in a sock.
Yeah, I mean that could be done. I mean, I guess people have their own different methods. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He said he get more of, I guess, the THC out or whatever.
I mean, everyone thinks that whatever way that they do gets more out. I would say that a lot of it probably gets stuck in the sock, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like you have, I guess, yeah. In reality, when you strain it, yeah, maybe straining it through a sock is the same thing as not going to the store and just buying the cheesecloth. I'd rather just go buy the cheesecloth and strain it like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing. That's what
Either
you're doing.
way,
Yeah.
getting to the same accomplishments.
Yeah.
We might have some in the mail come soon.
Oh, okay.
Some grandma cookies. Infused grandma cookies.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna catch this vibe with this weed farm from Wiz Khalifa, and then when we come back, we're gonna put some fives on it on higher learning. Let's get it.
Got fives. Oh yeah. Who got fives? Who got fives? Who got fives?
Where's your five?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where's your fives? Who putting up on the sack? I got fives.
All right.
What we got today?
So I got two. One of them we kind of talked about it on It's Not Just Me about the most anticipated albums. We're gonna have something to do with that, but first I want to go into top 5 NBA teams that will make the biggest turnaround within the next 2 years.
Next 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a good one. You know I like basketball questions.
Yeah.
Grizzlies,
Okay.
Pelicans,
Okay.
Suns,
Okay.
Phoenix, I want to say them so bad. Brooklyn is 4. And my 5th one, I want to say them so bad. But I honestly really don't know. And I would be on the negative side of this prediction with them. But I want to say the Knicks.
Okay.
I hope the Knicks get it together in the next 2 years. I hope they get LaMelo. I hope LaMelo and RJ ball out for New York and create a culture over there because it's needed. You feel me? For basketball, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I think all the teams is we have a good rivalry in LA.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's a good rivalry. Whoever, the Rockets, you feel me? And I think in New York, the Brooklyn and the Knicks rivalry would be good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
For the history of basketball. And just like the Clippers is on the rise, you feel me? Brooklyn is about to be on the rise. As soon as both of them boys get back, it might be a wrap for a league, and that's scary.
Here's my 5.
That's scary. Let's hear it.
Golden State Warriors.
You can't say that. No.
Yes.
You can't. There's not a turnaround.
It is a turnaround.
No. They main players is hurt all season.
Okay. That is a turnaround.
No.
Yeah.
They just won the championship 2 years ago.
But
They didn't turn shit around.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then the Lakers.
nah. The Milwaukee Bucks.
How the fuck you?
Because
put
they're
them?
going to lose. Because they're going to lose Giannis, so they're going to have the biggest turnaround where they're going to drop.
Negative.
They're going to
turnaround.
drop. Yeah, they're going to drop.
Leave it to you to think the opposite of what the fuck.
The
everybody
Atlanta
think.
Hawks.
You think they're gonna go up?
Yes. I think they have the right young core, and they're going to have money.
They're
going to have money to aggressively be able to go after someone like Giannis.
You think everybody
Just like
get
the-
Giannis.
just like
you
the
just
Knicks.
want Giannis to go
Just like
to
the
get the
Knicks.
fuck out of Milwaukee. Yo. You done predicted like 4 teams that he's going to, man.
I mean, I'm just looking at the team that's
You
going to
want
have
him
the
to-
money to afford him.
Everybody gonna have money to afford him. Well, this is like he got one more season after this in there, right?
Yeah.
2022 he free agent.
2021, 2 years. That's why I said 2 years in this category.
Nah, that's not. That's really 1 year.
That's 2 years.
I mean, this season and next.
And next season, yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
this season. You consider this one done because if this season went regularly, we would be in a off season right now.
Right.
You feel me? So you could consider this season done. He got
Alright.
1 season left.
So the New York Knicks, like you said, I expect them to turn it around. And the LA Clippers, I expect them to have the fall off.
You think they're gonna fall off?
Because if Kawhi and Paul George don't win there, I don't get them staying there past 2 years.
How long is their contract?
I'm sure that they have an option at the end of the 2 years. I'm sure.
I think Kawhi signed a long deal.
Neither one of them is locked into anything long. They got an option. They 2-1 or something. Yeah.
So, all right, to further this conversation a little bit, if that happens, where do you think they go?
Oh, I have no idea. I couldn't even guess where they would go. But I don't think they would stay there if they didn't win it there.
I think Kawhi finally gives in and finally comes home.
No, that's not going to happen.
Man, stop playing. If Giannis goes everywhere you say he's fucking going, Kawhi could come home, goddamn.
No,
If I come home,
he would have done
to
that
the
already.
Lakers.
He would have done that already.
He was about to.
No.
If Paul George ain't fucking come.
No.
If Paul George, we was fucking 85% on signing Kawhi to the Lakers.
Nah.
Until they made the move and OKC and Paul George went to the Clippers. That's why he went to the Clippers. But I think he gonna be like, damn, I should have went with LeBron in the first place.
Who knows?
Or LeBron goes to the Clippers.
Hell no. You're not doing that shit. That sounds crazy. What I'm saying with the Giannis thing is plausible. What you're saying sounds crazy right now.
Listen.
What?
I know my man. Listen.
You high right now.
Listen.
What's that?
If he won the championship this year,
the
next couple of years doesn't work out, he's on the decline, right? And they don't want to re-sign him. He don't want to re-sign back to the Lakers. He's living in L.A. His life is in L.A. Son go to school in L.A. Why not be the player to bring a championship to the Lakers, then bring a championship to the Clippers.
Because
I'm just saying
he can't let that storyline be in his resume.
Why?
He can't let that be in his resume.
Be the first player to win the championship for both.
That's corny.
And that's 5. That would be 5 championships for 4 different teams.
That's corny. He can't go from one LA team to the other LA team.
Why?
No,
you like to hit me with the why can't he all the time? Why can't he? You feel me? Because the Lakers have their legacy and history and have their players and all that. You feel me? Yeah. Man, if they don't go back to back, because they're winning this shit.
Kill him in the media.
Anyway, let's go to the second one.
All right, top 5 most anticipated hip hop or R&B albums for the rest of this year. We talked about a bunch of them, but now you got to pick 5 for this show.
All right, definitely Drake, Rihanna. Give me Lil Baby. Give me Another Future. And give me. I gotta get an R&B in there besides Rihanna. Who else would I want to hear? I don't know if they dropping, but I think Summer Walker.
Yeah.
Give me Summer Walker, Drake, Rihanna, the Baby. No, I said Lil Baby and Future.
I definitely want a Kanye.
No, man.
Yeah.
Why? Not right now.
I do.
You just want to hear what the fuck you got to say right now.
I do. I do. I want a Drake. I want the Rihanna. I'm definitely going with the Summer Walker. Then for the 5th one, that's where it gets tough for me. Because I have to think of what do I think.
What the fuck do you be looking at? That don't be fair. Guys, he be having all... I be coming off the top of the dome with my shit. He be have all types of stats and all that. While he talking, he just be looking at... I be like, what the fuck is he looking at, man? It's not fair. All right, go ahead.
I'm really interested to see what this J. Cole album, The Fall Off, sounds like.
You know what? And I missed that one.
And honestly, I've never been that person. I've never been that person that was like, yo, I'm waiting for the new J. Cole album to drop. Right now, I'm that person right now. Where it's like I really want to hear this new album. Something tells me.
I was late to J. Cole.
So was I.
I listened to 2014 Forest Hill Drive in 2016.
Right. 2
years later. But after I listened to it, I guess it was coincidentally, that's when he started going on his little run or whatever.
Right.
And I've been there ever since. So I do want a J. Cole album, especially right now, and I want to hear what he got to say about various topics and shit like that. You feel me? Because he has a way of intertwining today's topics and having a meaning behind a dope song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's able to do it. Him and Kendrick is able to do it. And that's why they always compared on the level with each other. You feel me? Only them two could compare to each other. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and we might as well say Kendrick too. We might as well throw Kendrick in there.
Well, no, because we got 5. So if you're putting Kendrick in there, you got to take somebody out. No, you can't just add him in there.
No. Kendrick and Cole go together.
No, we can't do that. You got to pick one or the other.
All right.
Yeah, you got to pick one or the other.
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to say Drake and Future as one.
No, you can't do that. You can't do
as
that.
a tandem.
No, you can't do that.
So it could give me an extra slot.
No, you can't do that. You got to pick 5.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Keep my 5. Nah, give me, take Lil Baby out. Give me Cole.
All right.
Take Lil Baby out. So Drake, Cole, Future, Summer Walker, and Rihanna.
All right. So, I got a trophy for Ludacris for doing an idea that I told a couple niggas years ago that they should have been dead. Ludacris is basically making a series of videos that are going to be like kid-friendly raps for education called Kid Nation. It's a new initiative. The platform's goal is to create a fun, safe, and educational media platform for children. Basically, I don't know how Ludacris and them are going to do it, but the idea that I had is basically like, look, Schoolhouse Rock is some shit that, like, back, I guess, in the 80s or some shit, they they used that as educational shit in the schools. That was like a thing. They put the videos on. It was songs that went along with some learning shit. I've been said that there should be like a future version of that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tied to hip hop. So if that's what Ludacris and them are doing, then he's definitely about to make a lot of money.
How do you do that though? Because there's already shit out there that they do the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s behind a hip hop type of beat or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like usually those are done by people that are not really qualified to create high quality hip hop music.
That's what I'm saying. What is he going to do different? Because
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that Ludacris has been around enough TV and around enough movies for him to have figured out a way for him to be able to pull this off. I don't feel as though that he would stamp his name on something.
I got one message to Ludacris about this.
What?
Keep it commercial. Meaning,
of course.
Meaning. No, don't say of course.
What do you mean?
Meaning, don't let this be another black ghetto thing that somebody. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Like, just turn it. Yeah, man. I know you get what I'm saying.
No,
like,
I'm pretty sure.
Keep it white appropriate.
I'm pretty sure he got this set up right, yo.
Because if you teaching these little white babies out here from the jump, you feel me, and had them out here from the jump. Out here saying some shit, you feel me? Like, I could just imagine, you feel me? Baby 4 years old talking about some shit. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
That's about it.
Yep.
All right. That's all, folks.
All right, y'all.
We out of here.
If you want to listen to more, visit our official website at a420podcast.com.
Higher learning.